Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to all of you. I'm Nur HASNI LAILY binti Muhammad Yusoff from SK REDANG, KOTA BHARU. Inshallah, today I will be presenting on Lesson 1. This video is about some procedures for teaching the word classes. Okay, here's is the topic and the language descriptions. Okay, we have the learning objectives here. By the end of the lesson, pupils should be able to know and comprehend 4 word classes, that is, nouns, adjectives, articles, and pronouns. The second learning objectives, pupils should be able to apply the knowledge of the word classes when attempting the exercises. Next, pupils should be able to discuss and justify answers verbally in group discussion. Next, pupils should be able to obtain correct answers. And people should be able to comprehend the justifications of the correct answers if choices of answers are incorrect. And the success criteria, pupils can comprehend the brace map of 8 word classes. Okay, the second success criteria, pupils can comprehend the 4 word classes learned in Lesson 1. Next, pupils can understand the briefing of the teacher regarding each of the word classes. Pupils can complete the exercises in respective group and justify own answers with reference to the inputs. Next, pupils can explain to friends who have difficulties in understanding the word classes, and pupils can complete all 9 exercises by collaborating and working together in groups. Okay, now let's see the outlines for teaching the word classes. As we know, the lesson outlines were divided into 3 major stages. Those are starter stage, 30 minutes, main stage, 50 minutes, and plenary stage, 40 minutes durations of time. In the starter stage, the teacher says the learning objectives and success criteria, which are displayed at one corner of the whiteboard, to the class. Okay, this is the learning objectives and the success criteria. Okay, the second step in the starter stage, the teacher draws a brief map of 8 word classes, that is, nouns, adjectives, articles, pronouns, adverbs, conjunctions, prepositions, and verbs. Next, the teacher takes the word classes, that is, nouns, adjectives, articles, pronouns, to be focused in Lesson 1 and encourages the pupils to give example of the word classes they know. The teacher enhances the class of the function or role of the word classes, of the 4 word classes, and give some additional examples. Actually, there are 8 word classes Actually, there are 8 word classes altogether, but in this video, we are going to focus only 4 of them. Okay, let's go through the 4 word classes. Okay, the first word class is nouns. There are 4 categories of nouns: common nouns, proper nouns, countable and uncountable nouns, singular and plural nouns. Common nouns refers to names of people or things. For example, man, cat, house. Proper nouns refer to names of specific people, places, or things. For example, Halim, Jalan Setia, KL Tower. Countable nouns refer to common nouns that can be counted. For example, tiger, car, bottle, book. Uncountable nouns refer to common nouns that cannot be counted. For example, water, oil, sand, flour, salt. Singular nouns refer to countable nouns that are singular. For example, one cap, one man, one box. Plural nouns refer to countable nouns that are plural or more than one. For example, 2 caps, 4 men, 9 boxes. Common nouns are any person, place, or thing. Common nouns are not capitalized. For example, the city, a policeman, that newspaper. Proper nouns are the name of a special person, place, or thing. Proper nouns are capitalized. For example, Aiman, Kuala Lumpur, Kedai nasi ayam Pak Abu. Countable and uncountable noun. Countable nouns can be singular and plural. Countable nouns are things that we can count. Okay, these are some examples of countable nouns. These are some examples of uncountable nouns. And these are also some examples of countable and uncountable nouns. Okay, let's go to the second word class, that is adjectives. There are 7 types of adjective. Adjectives of quality or opinion, adjective of color, size, shape, material, age, and nationality. Okay, these are some examples of adjectives. Adjective of quality or opinion: polite, brave, delicious, beautiful. Adjective of color: gray, pink, indigo, yellow. Adjective of size: big, tiny, wide, narrow. Adjective of shape: rectangular, triangular, oval, round. Adjective of material: metal, wooden, glass, and plastic. Adjective of nationality: Malaysian, Chinese, Indian, European. Adjective that describe age: old, young, middle-aged, teenager. These also under the adjective word classes, that is comparison of adjectives. There are 2 categories of comparison of adjectives. The first one is for one syllable, that we add ER or EST to the word. For example, young, younger, the youngest, heavy, heavier, the heaviest. Okay, the second types of comparison of adjectives is for more than one syllable. There is no ER, no EST, but we put more or most before the word. For example, expensive, more expensive, and the most expensive. Okay, finally, we comes to the third word classes is articles. It refers to the word a and the. We use an for one person or one thing that is singular. And is also used for vowel sound indefinite and countable nouns. A, E, I, O, U or silent H. A is used for one person or one thing that is singular. It is also used for consonant sound with indefinite and countable nouns. The is used both for singular and plural nouns, so as for countable and uncountable nouns. The is also used for one of its kind. And lastly, the is used for a specific person, object, or place. Okay, finally we come to pronouns. There are two types of pronouns, personal pronouns and demonstrative pronouns. Okay, for personal pronouns, there are two categories. The first one is subject pronouns and the second one is object pronouns. I, she, he, its, you, we, they are subject pronouns. Me, her, him, it, you, us, them are object pronouns. Okay, the second types of pronouns is demonstrative pronouns. It is a pronouns that point to the specific object. We use this and that for singular, and for plural we use these or those. When the object is near the speaker, we use these or these, and when the object further from the speaker, we use that and those. Okay. After you have done describing and briefing all forward classes, then ask the people to go to their recent group. Let's go through the main stage. Okay. Based on Kagan's cooperative learning structure, numbered heads together, the pupils are arranged in group of 4. Each pupil is given one number that is number 1 to number 4. Okay, this is their recent and original grouping. It depends on how many pupils in the class, but the group must each consist of 4 pupils, means that 4 pupils for one group. And then each pupils in the group is given one number that is number 1 to number 4. Okay, the second step in the main stage, each pupil having the same number is given one word class. For example, all number 1 pupils are given the first word class, that is nouns. Once they have got their numbers, they will be regrouped with friends of the same number. So, at this point, people sit in a new in new groups. Okay, these are their new groups. There are 4 groups all together. The first group will get nouns. The second group will get adjectives. The third group will get articles. And the fourth group will get pronouns. Okay, the third step, having one word class, each group takes turn to be briefed by the teacher with reference to the inspires content inputs provided. Okay, teacher will give all the briefing on respective word classes. Next step, when the next group is to be briefed by the teacher, the first group returns to the seats with exercise 1 to attempt and discuss in the group. Okay, the first group will do and discuss exercise 1, and this also happened to the second group, so as the third group and finally the fourth group. The teacher briefs until the fourth group. All 4 groups attempt the practice exercise 1 to 5 within the time allocated. They are encouraged to discuss their answers and give justifications. Okay, the first group will do and discuss exercise 1, that is nouns. And the second group will do and discuss exercise 2, that is adjectives. The third group will do and discuss exercise 3, that is articles. And the last group will do the exercise 4, that is personal pronouns, and also exercise 5, demonstrative pronouns. Okay, that's all for the main stage. Now let's go to the final stage, that is plenary stage. In the plenary stage, the teacher encourages all the pupils to return to their previous groups consisting of number 1 to 4. Inputs and questions, exercise 1 to 5, are distributed to each of the groups. The pupils attempt the exercises they haven't done earlier. Okay, as you can see in the slide, each group will get all worksheets. The first worksheet is about nouns. Okay, the second worksheet is about adjectives. And the third worksheet is about articles. And the fourth and fifth worksheet is about pronouns, that is personal pronouns and demonstrative pronouns. All pupils in each group check their answers referring to the knowledgeable others. The teacher gives the answers to all pupils. Explanation to incorrect answers are delivered appropriately. Any incorrect answers have to be corrected by their pupils as homework. Correction will be submitted to the teacher in lesson 2. Okay, that's all from me from SK Redang, Kota Baru. I wish all of you the best in comprehending this QIT Kedai Buloh Inspires lesson. Thank you. Bye.